Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 8:50, not AM. Yeah, how you doing? How's it going? I'm good. I'm fine. I am okay. I'm not here at 3 AM. Great news for all of us. Oh, my audio is up too high. Hold. There we go. I was watching a YouTube video and I was eating, and my chewing was too loud. I was eating cereal. It was very crunchy, and I couldn't hear, so I had to turn my audio up. And like my headphones have that thing where you can just like slide your finger along the headphone to turn it up. Very convenient. I hated it at first because I kept doing it accidentally, but now that I'm used to it, it's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you've been hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. The week of first looks is a struggle because I don't know what I want to play tomorrow. But oh yeah, I do. I want to play Peglin actually. That's probably what. And tomorrow is today for you. Yesterday I took a first look at Backpack Hero. That game's pretty neat. Someone said, "What if I made a roguelike where the main mechanic is inventory management?" And like, sure, I guess. Much like Vampire Survivors, it has one really big thing going for it, which is that it is very cheap, and by that I mean free. And that is cool, because I could just try it out and go, hey, this is alright. So go check that out if you're interested. Patrick's Parabox should be wrapping up this week as well, and I'll be figuring out what I want to do. I gotta get Chrono Trigger back going as well, in case you're interested in that. I am behind. I got knocked out, or knocked behind because of being sick, so, you know. I'll get it back to you eventually. Alright. Anyway, let me ask you a question and let's get going. How about that? Today I have a question with purpose. I today found, while helping my parents clean out their basement, I found a Rubik's Cube. And I have spent probably about half of my day today trying to figure it out. I feel pretty close to having the solution as well. I am like, I don't know, I got like one of the faces solved and like the tiles around it solved as well. So my question to you is, do you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? Because I know that there's a formula you can follow that makes them solvable, right? And I don't want to know the answer yet. I'm going to figure it out myself, and I'm having a great time with it, but it is like, when I finish this, it will be done. I will probably be, honestly, I don't think I learned the formula, but I will probably learn the formula or just keep messing around with it. It's been a lot of fun. It's very cool. I've been enjoying just sitting down and rotating it. Very enjoyable. How do you feel about them? You like them? You hate them? You ever do one? Maybe you're one of those people who did like the speed solves. People do those in like 5 seconds. That shit's crazy. Very wild. Anyway, let me know, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. It's Awoken, Exile, Stygian, Soulsucker, Curse, Chased, Wildwood, Set, Flash Breeze, and Snare. I'm gonna say what we're all thinking. I'm just gonna say it. I know it's a simple thing to say. Fuck you, Chase Seraph. I'm so sick of this piece of shit ruining my perfectly good Thorned Hollow starts. This is a Thorned Hollow run. I could finally play it, man. But no, I don't get to play it because, oh, Chase Seraph. Fuck you, Chase Seraph. Piece of shit. I'm gonna take Vapor Funnel. I'm not going to pick Rejuvenating. Yeah, I will pick Spikes. I would have preferred to play Cultivating here, because Cultivating is not affected by Chased and is generally pretty good. But we can just play Spikes and then play, like, Sirens or something. Or just play nothing, really. With the Vapor Funnel, I will take the Trial, or sorry, take the Money. And I have a lot of regen, so if I play top 4, I should be fine. The only enemy I have to look out for is, here's a little optimization. We're going to play all 3 restores because we will definitely see another Train Steward. We will definitely see another Train Steward again. Actually, playing that Train Steward might have been smart, because now I have to foregone power for the Collector. But it's like, it really is, I took this trial. It is a race against the damage clock here. So you're at 30, 20. So Train Steward up here now will set this enemy to 15. So you're dead to Vapor Funnel. I have 2 Wildwood Saps. Now, in an episode recently, I don't remember when this happened at this point, I bottomed all of my healing cards, aka Wildwood Sap, and got smoked. Is that about to happen to me again? Yeah, absolutely it is. So we have to flash freeze one of the 9/1s, or else I'm going to die. Then foregone power, the Forge Disciple. Would I have thought of that if that hadn't happened to me so recently? Probably. But you never know. I can ensnare this enemy. I was thinking I would ensnare the foot soldier, but I think it's better to just make sure we don't take any fire damage. Because they... Oh, you know what? They would have actually not taken... I would have not taken fire damage. My mistake. That's fine. We can stack a bunch of frostbite on the boss. Foregone power plus flash freeze start is a lot of frostbite, which makes this combat end very quickly. And the spikes also kills the 9/1, no big deal. We take 0 with the trial and the money. It's a great start. I will play... I don't need Glimmer, but I also do kind of want it. I like to diversify my healing here. The run was 2 days ago, by the way. It was the Steelsinger episode. I remember. I'm gonna take Glimmer here. Ice Tornado is not very good here. Flash Freeze number 3, I'm okay. We will skip. Damn, I was really manifesting that Steelsinger. I was really putting all my mental energy into summoning Steelsinger into this unit draft. Playing any of these units, Nameless Siren, Chase Seraph, etc. Shark, for what? Yeah, I'm okay. The Shark is okay if I was gonna play Nameless Siren, but I'm not. Shark got a lot worse. Armor Shark got significantly worse because of the sweep on the Divinity. He's very good at living forever, but the Divinity just kills the units behind him and you don't care as much. Hey, there he is. I knew I manifested this shit properly. Let's go. How exciting. I channeled all of my energy into this game giving me Steelsinger, and I was correct. So Quick puts me at 165. I can re-roll for free. I think I do want to put Quick on Steelsinger. I have said many times now, I do not love the Animus of Speed infusion on a unit that you want to give multi-strikes and quicks to, because it's a lot easier to get quick multi out of a steel shop than it is to get 2 multi. Significantly easier. So we can roll. We can... So if this was multi-strike, then I would take the relic and skip it for the multi-strike. However, it is large stone, so I will take the relic and take it. I will take... This is definitely refracting lenses. Absolutely. We're chilling now. All I have to do is not draw, like, all my Wildwood Sap on turn 1, and we are ecstatic here. Doing a little bit of hypothesizing about this one. Maximizing is interesting here. I'm gonna take the trial. Maximizing the healing on Steelsinger is interesting here. So what I was thinking is I'm just gonna put the Sentient mid-floor. I don't really want her to live into the end game. Like, I don't want her to damage the boss particularly much. I will ping off whatever spawns with the boss. I think that it's correct. And we're gonna put all of our focus into, you guessed it, healing Steelsinger. This run, oh baby. Now, deep down in my heart, I wanted to have a... If I could have picked any run here, any single run here that I wanted to have, what I wanted to play in this episode was an Alpha Fiend run, because we had Hell No Alpha Fiend yesterday, or whatever I called it. And I would have really liked to follow it up with, oh no, it was Alpha Fiend Frowny Face, and I would have loved for today to be Alpha Fiend Smiley Face. However, I am similarly happy to play Steelsinger today. What do we get? We get 7 rounds of Relentless there. Very nice. I just watched the regen tick. Very good. We're gonna click healing cards. I am probably... So there's a world where I don't see multi-strike in the next shop, and in that world, Steelsinger may run into some issues. So I could mitigate this by picking Crystallis. The problem with Crystallis is that it's expensive, and it limits my healing on Steelsinger, because it is a card that does not heal that I have to draw later. So I'm actually going to skip, despite what you may believe. Would I take Shark here? I don't think so. Quick roll. Damn. No multi-strike. Well, no Shark either, so I don't have to answer that question. That's all fine. I will take a Wildwood Sap as pretty much the only card that this event can give you from Awoken, I think. I think maybe it can give you Invigorating Solution rarely. Like, yeah, like this is the rare one from Hellhorn. It can give you Alloy. Alloy, similar to Helical Crystallis, does not heal, so I will be skipping it. Rare, I know, is the run where you skip that card, but here I am. I think if we even just see one Animus of Will, this run is fine. The world is only bad if we see... I should look, but I'm not going to go high on pack shards here. The world is only... well... No. I was going to say maybe Intrinsic for the Wildwood Sap to get the regen ticking early, but I can't play it. And I probably do need to take energy, actually. I don't want to take energy, but... you know. The world here that we are in is only bad if we see... no Animus and no multi-strikes. Even just a singular multi-strike and we are fine. We might even be fine without multi-strike, but I would prefer to not find out, you know? Very happy to use the Sentient in this way to just mitigate the early turns, because what she's doing here is she's stopping like the first 2 waves from clapping Steelsinger so that he can get off the ground here. On the ground? Not quite. I worry about this wave, but as is often the case, this wave, despite hurting me, will not hurt me that much. Because I will just... it's going to be 3 times 2. I can't do anything about this Forge Disciple other than bring them low enough to die to the swing. It's going to be 3 times 2 into Vapor Funnel. Or I guess I could... I guess you could fight the good fight here. Ensnare here. I think this is a little better. You ensnare here and then you just set Frostbite out. The backline, of course, dies to Vapor Funnel. I am absolutely maximizing the Vapor Funnel value we're getting here, but, like, of course I am. Yeah. I don't care about my Pyre health. I think that if I play Flash Freeze there, I would save myself 2. No, I wouldn't even save myself 2. I take it back. No, it might have saved me 2. I would have had to have looked. We don't want to put Frostbite on Talos. I just want regen to tick for as long as possible, of course. Great fight. Very good. He's at... I think I have no attack scaling, so he's at 62. Is that right? My man's at 62 after Talos. That's crazy. That's very big. This is the part where we have to start thinking about, like... we have to start thinking about the what if, right? Because a lot of times I will play runs of monstertrain, or a lot of times in the past, I don't do this as much anymore, but I am in a position here where this run is like... you could do the actual numbers, but this run is the number of steel shops coming up, plus the chance that I see Animus of Will from the Awoken banner, plus the chance that I see Animus of Will in the next one, right? Any of those single outcomes, one multi-strike either from Animus of Will or from the steel shop, and this run is over. I have won. I am pretty sure. However, what you have to do now, we spend our time thinking about, is what do I do if I don't see those, right? And so this is a very roundabout way for me to say that I'm going to begin hedging my bets now, because I have a good start. I did not pick the mediocre hedge your bets cards. I'm going to pick Siren Song, and maybe we can combo it with... I'm thinking... I will take energy here. We can maybe combo it with something like maybe the Heaven's Gold could be a way through. I'm gonna look for the Animus. We're gonna look for it for sure. Cuddlebeard is not bad. We can combo things like Frostbite plus a lot of days to maybe pull out of this one. Yeah, no Animus, so well. How sad. I do not think that Vine Mother is worth my time. We can go... I was gonna say we can go Cultivating here, but no Cultivating. Would love a Cultivating, though, for the plus draw. So, the forward future of this run is very concerning because there is no Steel Shop here. We will be fine in the next 2 fights. I have plenty of answers, but there's a very real world where I lose this run. I'm going to do what I can to fight against that world, but it is possible that I will just see nothing and lose. All that being said, I am going to drop the 10 banger here on Wildwood Sap Intrinsic. Our game plan might just end up being tank through the damage and pray. I don't know. We got a few options, I feel. Does Fel curse you on turn 1? I think she does. That's gonna suck. But at this point, what you want to do is you want to start looking for alternative answers to the question of how do I not die? Restore is actually, I think, worth more than this Wildwood Sap. Wildwood Sap is better when I don't have other cards, but like, yeah. Restore was worth 2 where Wildwood Sap would only be worth 1. It's 1 for 5 turns, and that's good assuming that assuming the worst, which, you know, at this point, you could title this series Assuming the Worst. Name the series Assuming the Worst, because that's really all I feel like I'm doing here these days. You're dead to Vapor Funnel, don't worry. You're dead. This enemy lives. What we have to do now is we have to look ahead at enemies, and we have to identify which ones are going to offer any resistance here. Another way that we could get out of this is with like Holdover and Snare, and then we can just pick enemies and lock them out more or less. Like, this enemy offers a threat, I am going to lock it out of the game sort of situation. I don't really want to root. I was thinking about rooting the tank that's over here, but I'm not worried. This enemy I was thinking about rooting. Not that I'm not worried, it's that I don't think that it helps. And I am pretty sure I'm correct. The 9-2 dies, you can just completely disregard it. I heal plenty, so I don't have to worry about dying to anything weird. You're gonna hit me probably once. You're gonna go up at 59. You're gonna hit me once, yeah. That's fine. I don't mind. I heal it back. I'm gonna play the foreground powers because, well, no, there's a reason not to. I should play Train Steward instead. It's slightly better. Heal the damage I just took. I will go ahead and I will kill the 9-2s. Extending Relentless is fine, but taking more damage in Relentless is not fine. There is no reason to put Frostbite onto the boss or hit the boss in any way. We want Relentless to go longer for more regen ticks. But I don't want those 9-2s hitting me up. Relentlesses are going to inherently stop being as long because Steelsinger is getting a lot of health now, though. Yeah, click every ensnare they show me is a way to stop the heavies from killing me. Glacial Seal. It's like, it's tough, right? Because now I have to go to the magic shop, basically, in the next ring, I feel. I could go to the Hellvent, but I want to start looking for things like double stacks for Siren Song. Holdover, double stack Siren Song is... It's tough because it's 7 times 35, which is... What is that? If it's double stack Holdover, it's 7 times 35, which is 210... It's 245, I guess. But... It'll be close. It'll be close. So... Anyway, I don't really like these. Unironically here, I want you to know that if the Divinity did not have sweep in this run, I would click Glacial Seal. Unironically, no hint of sarcasm in my mind. I would click this. Actually, you know, I'm gonna click Glacial Seal. Okay, so let me take you through the reasoning here, right? What's the problem in this run? The problem in this run is that enemies are going to walk up to Pyre and kill me, heavies specifically. The problem is never Relentless. Our Relentless is crazy with Steelsinger. So how could I mitigate this? Well, Steelsinger has this open slot here, right? He has this open infusion slot. My pack shards are looking a little low. I could infuse Glacial Seal onto Steelsinger, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, isn't that terrible? Typically, yes, I would agree. However, in this case, there's a great combo here between Frostbite and Vapor Funnel. If my game plan is Holdover, double stack, Siren Song, and remember, this is all a fallback plan for if I miss multi-strike, right? But if my game plan becomes Holdover, double stack, Siren Song, Frostbite counts a lot more because every one Frostbite on the enemy is effectively +1 to the amount of health that you can kill an enemy from before they hit your pyre. So if Glacial Seal adds, say, I don't know, let's say like 20 Frostbite to an enemy, 5 spellcasts, that's not that crazy. That's effectively increasing my pyre attack from 35 to 55, and if I am double stack Holdover Siren Song, that suddenly makes my pyre do 55 times 7, which is a lot more. So for all of the reasons that I have just listed, I hope you're still with me. I have clicked on Glacial Seal, and I will be infusing it into my unit on a lot of assumptions. There's a lot of assumptions made there. There's a better unit that we could infuse even at this point, which is Edge Prior. Edge Prior heals every round. That is cool. I am going to go left now. And there's Holdover. So there's an alternative Holdover target here to Siren Song. I said all of that, but there is an alternative target, which is Ensnare. Ensnare has the benefit of saying second heavy is rooted forever. You just pick an enemy and they are in jail. for the rest of time. And Siren Song, the problem I have with Siren Song and all of that line, because I know I just talked a bunch about this line, but now I have to actually think about it. There's multiple problems. One of them is that Siren Song costs 2. The other one is that, like, if you're ascending enemies, they're not necessarily dying until you have the double stack, right? Right now it's 75 damage, which is not very much. So, for those reasons, I'm actually going to hold over ensnare, because, you know, that line that I talked out so far is not good. Like, this is the other piece of this that you have to know. That idea is very bad, and I would like to... Oh my god, it really is holdover double stack. Huh. Holdover double stack ensnare actually lets you jail 2 enemies, which is still good. And I'm still down with that frostbite plan. I think it is still fine. I just think that the holdover double stack Siren Song is too expensive. There's a whole lot of contingencies that go along with that I was throwing in there that really I didn't think would... I just didn't think we would get here, basically. But, nonetheless, I digress. It's just funny that I talked out that plan, and I went through all of that, and then as soon as it was offered to me, I went, well, you know. But no, really it is just like, that's a last minute, like, end of the world sort of plan. That's the we're gonna lose, I need to do something plan. That's the scramble. I'm gonna save the rest of my money. There's money with the steel shop, so I spent a little bit of time, or a little more money than perhaps was needed. This boss is great for us. Crystal Cloak here is exceptional. That's so much free, that's 8 or like 7 rounds of free regen. You love to see it. Multi-striking these enemies is not that frightening. I talked a lot in a very concentrated moment there, so for the next roughly 30 seconds, I am going to drink water. Probably 30 seconds, oh god. I'm gonna drink some water. I am hydrated. I drink ice water, and I always put the I put the ice in the water, and ice water are great, right? Very much I enjoy it. Quick tangent here for you. Hope you don't mind, or if you do mind, you know, skip ahead, I guess. But I'm not. The exciting gameplay loop here is I'm going to heal my Sealsinger. Oh boy. Anyway, as I was saying, I drink ice water almost exclusively, and I like it a lot. I'm a big fan. I'm a big ice water enjoyer. However, there's this period of time where I'm just gonna root the heavies. I just don't have to interact, basically. Could even freeze foregone power. There's this period of time where the ice is like half or 3/4 of the way melted, and you just can't reasonably drink it. And that's where my water is right now. Because like I mean I drank it, but my teeth are very sensitive, so they got hit with a lot of ice, and I went I don't like that. Anyway, that's the end of my tangent. That happened to me while I was drinking that water, and I went my teeth. Look at this ensnare, by the way. This is what you can do with this card. I don't know if I've ever really had a chance to show this off, but you can just use this card to kill 3 enemies if you get holdover double stack like that. That's ensnare gaming. And we just get 7 free rounds of stealth, which is 7 free rounds of regen. What a beautiful combat. Sigiled Seaweed, never gonna say no. Very nice. Engraft is good. Could take a wake as well, but I don't think I need the big heal. I'm gonna skip. I'm going to keep on stacking healing, I guess. And remember, all of the words that I have said up until this point are completely gone out the window if I see multi-strike. Yeah, you see, then all of that thinking, it matters, but it doesn't matter a lot of the time. And so often I just skip that thinking. Like a lot of the time when I play runs of Monster Train, I skip over that big amount of thinking I just did because all of that's invalidated now. But if you're trying to win-win, you gotta hedge your bets sometimes. I'm at 60. I can go to 85. I want to take a plus 30 here, or a plus 10 piercing. I'm gonna do like a plus 30 in graft, but that doesn't seem that good. Let's do a plus 10 piercing glimmer. I just want to take some pack shards. I'm at 70. It's awkward to go to 9, or awkward to go to 100 from 70. So if I take 10 here, I gotta take 15. We will put a plus 30 on graft, I guess. It's fine. I'm gonna be full health on the Stygian typically anyway. 70, I'm at 985, I'm at 100. I'm neglecting the Glacial Seal infusion as in my count. I'll probably just go to 110, honestly, because I'm still gonna do it. She does curse you on turn 1. That sucks. I couldn't quite remember. But our Sealsinger is looking great. My man's like 120 times 2 quick on Fel. That's huge. He's very large up here. Don't worry, Glacial Seal, I believe. Sentient, she has played her part very well, to her credit. She has done a whole lot of good for us. I can just root this guy forever, and... Oh, I shouldn't be putting Frostbite on Fel. I know. I just wanted to kill her fast, man, and maybe I go pre-relentless here. I never go pre-relentless here, it's not possible. No chance. But, like, maybe. You never know. I'm considering... You just alternate your ensnares now. Yeah, I better not let these ultimate penance stack up. I'm not happy though. Considering taking energy again here is what I was going to say. I should probably let these double heavies walk at this point. Yeah, I used root here to stagger them, but why? I don't know. I didn't need to. Not at all. The later waves might actually push enough damage to threaten young Stygian. Oh, hey, look at this. 133 is not lethal. 25. Let's just count real quick. Plus 10, so he's at 133, then it's 158. So it's 2 hits. I'd have to... Flash Freeze has to account for like 25 damage. Does it? It accounts for 23. Honestly, I don't care. I thought about it a little more. I don't care. I'm just gonna take the 1. It's fine. I'll live. This guy's actually rooted forever. Oh, we. You know what, Glacial Seal? Nah, never mind. I was gonna say, you know what, Glacial Seal? Go get him, but I changed my mind. Shout out to the Vapor Funnel, by the way. Vapor Funnel let us play this game in an extremely greedy way up to this point. I got to play a little bit greedy here. I was a little worried Fel might actually win this. It would be nothing I could do. I could put Frostbite and pray, but... nah. It's okay. Nah. Yeah, just nah. Like, intrinsic channel song and then play 2 Steel Singers so I can draw them both on turn 1. You know, I'm okay. Yeah, alright. I will take draw. Thought about energy again. I don't think it's worth. Draw is better. So I don't need to run it into every steel shop looking for my multi-strike because we already found it. So I will look at the trinket shop for draw or energy-based relics. Enemy units enter with Frostbite too is really not that bad. Combo with Cuddlebeard, deal 4 to all. It kills all the 15 threes. It might not sound like a lot, but it kills all the 15 threes. Is a lot. Like, that's pretty meaningful. It stops a lot of damage. It kind of eliminates the chance that Stygian gets sniped here. Oh, hey. Now we super win. What the hell? Minor refraction? You love it. That's ridiculous. That's very good. Wow, I love to see that. Sinner Sal, fuck off. What do you mean Sinner Salve is here? Get out of here. Get out of here. I just killed Fel, the curse. These are all pretty bad. I think Warren Grindstone is the best option. Totem Fragment is like... eh. I guess I click Grindstone. If it's a cursed combat in the next ring, you can laugh. If this is a cursed combat, you can laugh. I give you permission. Alright, it's not a cursed combat. No laughing. I'm watching you. I am not worried about this invasion trial. They die for free. The rules of containment actually just pays for itself here. Like, absolutely it just pays for itself. So I am A-okay. I am down the clown here. Combo the Sealsinger with the Sentient. I'm still gonna put the healing on Sealsinger, but the Sentient will act as a little health buffer. Why am I not playing bottom floor? Well, I want to let all these 15x2s die, and they will die on the top floor if I do that. A little weird to put the healing on not the frontmost unit, but hey, you know what? It's fine. Playing it like this, we stop basically all of our fears and can root the Steel Wings forever. Not much to be worried about here. It is a number of hits problem right now. We have 160 times 2, but I think we can reach the number of hits we need pretty quickly. By duplicating is the asterisk there. The pretty quickly is through duplicating my Sealsinger. I will reach that number. And if I want to duplicate before or after with Glacial Seal. Big side tangent about Glacial Seal for absolutely nothing. But you know what? That sounds about right, doesn't it? I think this Rules of Containment was very good. I would pick it again. This Wilt Wings is really annoying, but you can root here, it's fine. We're just splitting the tanks from the heavies, and then I will let them lock now. I can't let this one lock now, because he'll walk up with the boss, and I don't want that. I guess it doesn't really matter, yeah. Not a problem, particularly. The Siren Song, all of that stuff was not worthwhile. But that if you really want to reach a point where you have like the super high Dusk level win rate, you have to be thinking like that in this game. You basically have to plan for the worst of times. You have to go, how does this run go absolutely the worst? What's the worst case? How do I beat that? I don't need any of these. I don't really need anything at this point. Chase Seraph is going to be annoying, but otherwise we're done. Units gain an extra upgrade slot. Too bad. Higher gaining attack is also decent. I don't mind that. I will reroll there. Jack strips to really just take out. That's like the maximum in terms of random chip to backline. I mean, I took it, you know, and I feel kind of obligated now to do it. It's not good, though. I hate to tell you this, but it's really not good. The Glacial Seal take is like the worst case. I guess if I take it, I could make it, and I could make the title Glacial Seal, Sealsinger though. Oh, Glacial Sealsinger. Yeah. All right, never mind. Was this play necessary? No, definitely not. Does it increase my chances of losing? Probably a little bit. Does it make titling this episode easier? Yeah. And therefore, I have now added Glacial Seal to my Sealsinger. Really not good into Chase Seraph also. But like I said, for Chase Seraph, it actually would make no difference, by the way, if you're wondering about that. Because the enemies are going to go up to the pyre with the Frostbite. The Frostbite's going to be applied on top floor. So Chase Seraph has no bearing. I don't really want to do anything here. But I also, you know what the thing is here? I don't want to remove cards. Because if I remove cards, I'm increasing the chance that I draw double Sealsinger on turn 1. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah. I remember. So I'm going to buy Jack Strips. And I am going to buy like a -1. I'm going to buy a -1 for Engraft. I'm going to buy... I don't want +20 Consume, really. I don't want Permafrost, really. I guess, actually, I will Permafrost the other Ensnare. Yeah, I'm just going to leave now. I don't want to do anything else here. Let's ride. I don't need to do anything else there more accurately. Don't do it, Chase Seraph. I didn't want to put a unit top floor. Great start. Very cool. He is going to eat all of my sap and make me sad, but what's new? He might actually purify his own units. I got stuck there between saying Purge and Purifier. We'll be ensnare forever. We're at the end game. This is like when you play an Overgorger run, if you've played one of those in the last, I don't know, year. This is like an Overgorger run where at the end you don't really have to worry about scaling anymore, you just play them and let them go. We put all our time into getting here. I don't need to do a whole lot now. Oh wait, check it out though, here's the combo, this is what we were here for. A fun combo too, if you play ensnare on an enemy and then Siren Song, they will get dazed on the floor. Put a heal here. And then we ascend. Look at that, 42 frostbite. How does that one have 44? Oh, I know why. You know, here's a check your monster train knowledge. Do you know why this Light Wings has 44 frostbite and the other two have 42? Check your knowledge. I know why. It's kind of weird that it looks like that though. No, I guess it's not weird. You can see it here as well if you're still confused, you can see it here. Chase Seraph does not purge from units that he spawns on the turn that he spawns them. He will purge it later, but he does not purge them on the turn that he spawns them in. So, that unit has less because everyone else has 4, or everyone else has 2 because they got it halved, and he had 4. You can see it more clearly illustrated here, yet again. I feel like one of the things that I thought would be cool to do with Monster Train, but really never made it off the cutting room floor in terms of my motivation, was to do like a Monster Train quiz show, where I created... maybe I should talk about this with someone. Maybe I should say Cranberry or Dust or Gabriel wants to do this. Basically you create like, because Monster Train has a ton of those weird scenarios, and it could be fun to do a series that's like, hey, here's the scenario in Monster Train. What happens here? Make it like a game show. It'd be cool. Maybe if Monster Train ever gets any sort of, and this is basically me saying this will never happen, but maybe if Monster Train gets some sort of new expansion or something like that. Which I'm pretty sure is not going to happen, but hey, it could. You never know. I think Shiny Shoe is like definitely working on another game at this point, but I have no insider knowledge, by the way. I don't take what I say as law. Shiny Shoe probably barely knows I exist, but I do think that they're working on something else. And probably not going to be, wow, triple silence, huh? Probably not doing a Monster Train follow-up patch. Is my assumption. Which is fine, right? I'm excited for whatever they make true. Or truly. Again, I got stuck there. My words got stuck between truly and two, and I just got true. Whatever they put out, I will probably play. Monster Train, similar to the developers of Slay the Spire, Shiny Shoe, whenever they put out a new game, I will play it. I don't need the ensnare. I actually need to focus on healing here because I am a little worried about dying. Kinda glad I did this super and graft play. Hey, remember that spikes enemy that's all scary and kills you? Nope. Not anymore. Pretty wacky actually that this does. Wow, the silences are nuts too. But either way, pretty wacky, pretty crazy that the Puddlebeard Rules of Containment Jackstrips is doing 10. I mean, it does 12 actually to enemies before they can reach my floor. That is pretty good. I actually do not want to ensnare this guy. I want to ensnare the Divinity though for the spellcast, I guess, and the draw. I'm just gonna let him walk up with 44 frostbite and have him die in one hit. Look at that, the Glacial Seal was big brain. You can't look at this video now and tell me that Glacial Seal play was not supreme big brain, because it was extremely large brained. Did you see that? It killed one enemy. I mean, in reality, what that is a proof of concept of is the fact that this probably would have worked if I had to use it as my mainline plan. It turns out that 4 frostbite, or in this case 8 frostbite per spellcast is actually pretty good. Shocking, I know, because it's attached to everyone's favorite card. They love to hate it, but Monster Train, I think, is a game even more so than Slay the Spire or I guess Griftlands. I was gonna list a third one, but I really feel like the landscape of roguelike deck builders is Monster Train, Slay the Spire, and Rogue Book. I don't know. Whichever one. But I feel like almost every card in Monster Train has some sort of use case. There are some. I guess, you know, every card game has its stinkers, though. Every card game has its, you know, every card game has its consumer of crowns. Inside the Spire, I would argue, is probably setup. That is just a net negative if you ever take it. It's important to the card game ecosystem to give you some real bad ones. Even consumer has a use case, I'm sure. What is it? It was probably sketches. What do I think is the absolute worst card in this game? I know, oh, you know what it is? I think I talked about this in the, I mean, Cranberry and I did the tier list video so that I had an answer to this question ready to go. I'm pretty sure I said it was Bramblelash, but even Bramblelash has its use case, you know? Like, every card I can think of has a world where I could see it being used. It's just, on average, not very good. I feel. LettersCyclingHistory. I was gonna go on here about the tier list, but I don't feel like finding it and pulling it up right now. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.